It's a beautiful day today. The sun is shining. It's very warm outside. So today we decided that we're going to start planting. Actually, in Montreal, the third week of May is the planting weekend. Third weekend in May. But this is the second weekend in May. But it's beautiful today, and all week it seems the temperature is going to be hot. So we decided we're going to take a chance and start the planting this weekend. So this weekend I'm going to start with the tower garden. So I'm going to show you how that is set up. So let's go. So we went ahead and we bought some plants. Also, a few weeks ago I planted some seedlings here. I planted some seeds so that I use this to plant into the system. But as you can see, they didn't really quite grow enough for me to transplant. The weather was cold and on and off, so they're struggling. They're not coming that nice. So I'm going to wait, and in the future I'm going to replace the old plants with some of these. So these are the plants that we bought. We bought some here from a hydroponic garden and also for the tower garden. So I'm going to show you how, let's say, we use these plants that are grown and we put it into the system. It's not a bad way to do, because in Montreal our summer is very short. So having a plant that is started well already gives us an advantage. So it's not a bad thing. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the tower garden. Here are all the pieces that we have for the tower garden. We have the reservoir, and I already put the pump inside, and I've been filling it up. First I want to talk about the timer. The system that we have, it's called the tower garden, like I said before, and it pushes the water up, and then the water comes down with gravity and it feeds the plants. So we don't want the motor to work 24/7. So there's a timer here, and you use a toothpick and you set it. So what it is, it's set at 15 minutes on and 15 minutes off. So every 15 minutes it comes on and then it shuts off for 15 minutes. So this is what we will attach. So now, this is the nutrients. With a full container reservoir of water, we need 400 ml of nutrient A. And then after, same thing, 400 ml of nutrient B. First we start with A. You always put A first, with this nutrient. Whenever you're using, you add the nutrient, you stir it up. And then you put the other one. This is the B. You shake the bottle up. With this tower garden, when you buy it, it comes with everything. You only have to put it, even it comes with the seeds, and the stuff to set the seeds. This tower garden in the winter, you could even, it comes, you could buy lights, and you could even grow it indoors with lights. For information on that, you will see periodically the website is going to appear at the bottom. So the reservoir is full. What basically you have to do after filling the reservoir and adding the nutrients is you have to test the pH. But I know that it's fine. because of the water we have in this area. You can check on my previous episodes. It tells you how to check pH and the EC and the nutrients in the water and stuff like that. So I'm not going to repeat myself. So inside there's the pump. And there's the cover. All we do is you attach the pump onto the cover. Normally when you buy this system, it comes at this height. But I bought 2 extra pieces because it's the same, it takes the same space, same everything. So I just add 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 plants to it. So I will just keep adding here. So that's B. This would be A. And then you put the extension rods on. You actually don't need any tools when you're doing this. 0 tools. Everything is very user friendly. And if you follow my video, you will find that so easy. Like I said, if I can do this, anybody can do this. So that is A. So we go on now here to B. There you go. And then we put the cover on. It's all installed. It's a good thing we cut because I was having a lot of problems. I thought because I did it the first time, I could fix it up like that. I should have taped the blooper. The trick is you have to start, because the rod that goes through the holes, and there's A holes. That sounds pretty bad. Hole A and hole B. So you have to start with A. You can't start with B. I started with B, and when I reached the top, the cover would not fit. For crying out loud, couldn't fit. Until I figured out that I started from the wrong hole. So you have to start A, B, A, B, A, B, A, and then the cover, and then it's done. So anyways, it's all done now. I'm going to plug it in, and we'll see if it works. So what happens is, as you can see, the water it goes up and then it flows through the holes and then it comes down and then it feeds the plant on all the holes. So now all we have to do is to put the plants in. Normally when you plant for the tower garden or for the hydroponic garden, you plant into rock wool. But because my plants didn't come properly yet, they're not big enough, I bought plants and they're planted in soil. So we can't get soil, we can't put soil into that. It contaminates the water, it gets the water all dirty. So I would take a plant, here's a basil, and this is what I do. I take the plant and I wash the roots. Then I take the rock wool, I split it in two, and then I put the roots at the bottom like that. So I put it here into the rock wool. So I'm now in the net cup I cut the bottom off because I find that works better for me. You can see that in a previous video. I will put this in. Like that, so the roots are hanging out. I have the fine leaf thyme. So I did the same thing, I washed it. I washed the roots. I'm going to stick it into the net cup. All these net cups, all these rock wool and stuff like that. If you do get a tower garden, I'm not saying you should, but you could look into it. If you live in a warmer climate, it's so nice. I think in Florida, it's one of the biggest things. So I saw some people, they have many of it. It's much easier if you grow your own plants on rock wool and then do it, but because of the temperature in Montreal, I have to do this. I don't have a choice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a thyme under the basil, because these plants, they get pretty big. So that's it, and that goes. So I'll continue. I'll put all the lettuce. I have kale, and some other, I have rosemary. I'm going to start to load it up, and I'll show you what it looks like after. I'm finished today, I'm tired. This is what you call a tower garden. Vertical farming, if you want to call it. It's an aeroponic system, meaning that the water is aerated and receives oxygen through the air when it falls down. On this system, I have 28 plants. I have kale, I have lettuce, I have thyme, I have basil, I have rosemary, parsley, and I have celery. And the celery, this is a celery that they use in Guyana. It's a cutting celery that you use for seasoning. And I have many different kinds of lettuce. I have gourmet lettuce, red lettuce, green lettuce. So it's done. The timer is going to come on every 15 minutes, and it's going to feed the plants. The nutrients is in the water, and I'm done. That's it. I don't have to do anything else with this. It's that simple. I let it grow, and in about 3 weeks, I'm going to do another short clip to show what it's like. And that's it. We're done. For the whole summer, I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is replace some of the plants, the lettuce. If they're finished, I have new ones to put in, and I put that there. And that's all there is to it. So you have a wonderful evening. Now, my next episode is going to be for the hydroponic. And I have to actually bury this barrel. I have to dig a hole to bury this barrel into the ground. So that's a big job. But I'll get to that maybe possibly tomorrow. So you have a good evening. Stay safe. Stay with your family. Get vaccinated. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.